Disclaimer: our podcast is for entertainment only. We are not discrediting anyone who has had any of these paranormal encounters or believes them.
Hello, beautiful human beings. It's Mars and SJ here with Undeniable Mysteries, a podcast where we bring paranormal stories on the table and we rate them on whether we believe them or not. We have our first category, which is cryptids. We're going in alphabetical order of the United States. SJ, what is our next one?
It is Illinois, and it's the Enfield Horror. And before we actually start this episode, I just wanted to say, if you hear any, plastic noises or something, I have a brownie.
I have a brownie.
So, just a disclaimer.
All right. So let's dive deep into this Enfield Horror. Okay, so this doesn't have to deal with anything with the cryptid, but I just read on here that it says southern portion of the state is sometimes referred to as the Devil's Kitchen. And that just, caught my eye. All right. So, let's see. All right, so this all started in 1973 in the town of Enfield, hence the name. It's a tiny community in the southeastern state. And it all began with this guy named Henry McDaniel. Which, that's funny. That's your uncle's middle name.
Mm-hmm.
McDaniel.
I was going to mention that.
But he was... Oh, wow. Okay, so he became the first man to be arrested because of the Enfield Horror. So, okay. So, the sheriff... his name's Roy. He threatened to lock McDaniel up for telling folks about the weird events that took place at his home. Also, it was at his home. But he stuck by his story. So McDaniel says he was at home on the evening of April 25th when he heard a scratching on his door. When he opened it, he saw a creature with 3 legs, a short body, 2 little arms coming out of its breast area, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. It stood 4.5 to 5 feet tall and was grayish colored. It was trying to get into his house. So this is not only the backstory of it, but it's also an encounter as well. So McDaniel obviously was not going to let this creature in. He quickly retrieved a pistol. He kicked open the door and opened fire. It says after his first shot, he knew that he had hit it. The creature hissed like a wildcat and scampered away, covering 75 feet in 3 jumps. Boing. Yeah, so he called the police about it. And they found tracks like those of a dog, except they had 6 toe pads.
Why don't they believe him?
I don't know. The tracks were measured, and 2 of them were 4 inches across, and 3rd was slightly smaller. Okay, so investigators soon learned that a young boy, Greg Garrett, who lived just behind McDaniel, had been playing in his yard about a half hour before. Suddenly, the creature had appeared and attacked him. Apparently, it stepped on his feet, and it was enough to tear the boy's tennis shoes to shreds.
Why does no one believe?
I don't know, man. Okay, so the kid, ran into the house crying hysterically.
That seems pretty realistic. For a cryptid.
Okay, so this was shortly after. It was May 6th. Henry McDaniel again. He was awakened in the middle of the night by howling neighborhood dogs. He looked out his front door and saw the monster again. It was standing out near the railroad tracks. He didn't shoot at it or anything. It started on down the road, and it wasn't in a hurry. So just kind of like walking.
Since I was 3 legs.
So obviously these reports about McDaniel's findings have spread.
I feel like that's what always happens in like horror movies. Like a person like experiences something, they report it to the police don't believe them.
Mm-hmm. Oh dang, so there started to be monster hunters, and among the monster hunters were 5 young men who were arrested by Sheriff Clark as threats to public safety and for hunting violations. And this was because they opened fire on a gray hairy thing that had been seen in some underbrush. Huh.
Interesting.
Okay, so another credible witness to this monster was, okay, you're gonna like his name, maybe even love it. His name was Rick Rainbow, who was then the news director of radio station WWKJ in Kokomo, India. He and 3 other people spotted the monster near an abandoned house just a short distance from McDaniel's place. They didn't get much of a look at it as it was running away from them, but they later described it as about 5 feet tall, gray, and stooped over. Rainbow did manage to tape record its cry. Ooh, I wonder if we can look that up on YouTube. It was also heard by this researcher named Lauren Coleman, who is also trying to track down the creature. So this is all near that McDaniel's house.
There must be like some sort of like hideout it has there.
So it seems like it was only around that time area, because it says a short time later the sightings ended as abruptly as they began.
What if some cryptids can die off and others can't?
Oh.
And that's one of the cryptids that can die off.
So...
Or maybe someone somehow secretly killed it and then...
It was the sheriffs.
Probably. They were like, a wild animal that's terrorizing.
Yeah, I'm not saying any more about it. That's pretty much it.
I love it though.
Yeah, I like it a lot too. It's very unique. I mean, there was a couple encounters, but you never know. Maybe it has like a short life expectancy, or it got...
Because we don't know the full stuff about cryptids. Some of them could live forever. Some of them may have limited lives.
But I think it's pretty credible that the same night that McDaniel dude saw this creature was the exact same night that the little boy basically got attacked.
And why
by the same thing.
Why don't they believe them? What do they think? It's just a stray dog that can hop?
I don't know.
Like that far?
I mean, there's not much to it, but it seems like just that little bit is enough, you know? So here's...
I feel like there's a lot to it.
Yeah. But there's some pictures. It looks... I think it looks cute.
This looks like the most reoccurring.
Yeah, I think it looks cute. Look at that little guy. He's cute. Oh my god, look at him.
Oh,
look
at that guy.
Cute.
It looks like a big mosquito.
Alright. Let us flip to...
I don't know how to draw this one, so I'm just leaving
Oh yeah,
this
you
one.
didn't draw it.
Yeah, I don't know how I draw this one, so I'm just giving up.
Okay. So, image.
Image. Our image, I mean, I don't think it's too appealing. Like, it's a very cool concept, but I don't think, like, it, like, because, like, I don't know why, but I think there's like a cuteness scale of like how cryptids look. For example, like Mothman. Mothman is like a pretty like solid like cuteness level, but I don't really think this one fits into the category of cute.
Well, I think it's cute, but not only that, I see just the way that it's described and everything that I find. Okay, so I'm a huge believer in aliens, and this is very alien-like.
Same.
And I think I'm gonna give the image a 10, honestly.
I'm probably gonna give it a 5. I mean, it's decent, but
But I can see that being a thing. I can see it being a thing.
I know, because it's realistic. You know, it's 6.
A 6? Okay, well, I give it a 10.
16 so far.
All right, story.
10.
A 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give it a 10.
Yeah, 10 buddies.
And then the...
Hold on,
Oh,
I'm adding. Proof.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
A 9?
A 9.
I'm giving it a 10.
Well, because it was short and sweet. Like, I feel like if there were more people to encounter it, like, nowadays, because it only seems to be in that year, around the same time period. But it's still pretty believable.
It's still pretty believable.
You're so mean to me.
Okay, jeez. Alright, it's 55.
55. Where are we at? Oh my gosh, it tied for number 1.
Yo! Tires. Which one should be, like, top?
We'll put this one at the top since it's newer.
Okay. Newer ones, if they're, like, the same as the first one, they'll go higher.
Yeah. So, tied for number 1, we have the Selbyville Swamp Monster, and now we have the Enfield Horror. So in second place is the Skunk Ape with 52. Third place is the Charlie with 51.5. Fourth place is the Alti with 41. Fifth place is Fresno Nightcrawlers with 40. Sixth place is Magyar Monster with 39. Seventh is Melon Heads with 27. Eighth is Tizaruk with 26.5. 9 is the Slide Rock Vulture with 20. 10th is the Falcon Monster with 13. 11th is the White Thing with 8.5. And last place is the Metahuni with 8.
Pretty solid list.
Yeah, I can't believe we're getting... that's our 13th cryptid that we've done. Can you believe that?
There's still so much more, though.
I know. We have to get through all the states.
Every single one. You're going to see every single state, you know?
It's going to take us this whole year.
Probably.
Well, until, like, our anniversary date of this. All right. All right. So, that is it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. By the time this episode comes out, it'll be a couple days before Halloween. So, happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Make sure you check out our Twitter. The link is in the description. And we shall see you next time.
Bye-bye.